Hello everyone, so today I will be painting the back of my aquarium. I've chosen to go with white because I asked on the forum and everyone pretty much said white would be better for discus because I do have a pigeon strain here and black would just make it pepper more. So first I gotta empty out some water so I can move the filter intake and outtake to the side where so the suction cups aren't still attached to the back and I can actually paint it. So I'm gonna suck out some water real quick. So I just drained my tank. Not fully yet, but enough water so that I can move those filter intake outtakes and the filter itself to the side. So I'm gonna do that right now. Filter is out. There's only media in the bucket right there. And I just gotta take out those tubes now. The one thing I need to be very careful about is the electrical, which is right here. Don't want to splash any water on that because that would cause some problems. So I taped plastic bags all over the wall, and we're gonna start painting now. Paint I'm using is a water-based acrylic paint. It's I don't even know. It says it's used on glass though, so this should be okay to stick. And I'm gonna be using a paint roller, so I'm gonna set that up. Cheap paint roller kind of thing from Walmart. It's like a sponge. So I'm gonna put the paint in this thing, and I guess the first coat is on. You can see it's white, and you can also see how much algae I actually have to clean off, which is a good thing for me because now I know what I have to clean, and I want to slack off simply because you can't see it. There's my dog. There's not much of a difference. It's just more white than it was before, and less translucent. So you can still see there's a shadow there, but you can still see like if I put my hand behind there right now, which I'm not going to though, you can still see the shadow of the hand. Discus are all kind of clumped here. They're kind of spooked, although you can't really see them because of the reflection. But and then this doesn't help at all. Oh, it's just great. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna be putting on about 5 or 6 coats, and then I'll fill the tank back up. The filter will have to sit here for now because the paint has to cure for a few days, and then put all the wood back, and then you guys can rub all the algae, like crap off, and then you can see what it looks like. Yeah, my dog just chilling on the floor. So I'm gonna do the final coat, and I guess I'll show you how I actually did it. So here's the paint. Shake it up, and I just squirt like as much as I need for one coat ish. So like that. Word of advice. This is 177 milliliters, and that can do the whole tank. So I just dabbed some paint on, and then this is like studded to it, and just kind of rub my brush up and down like that. And what that does is it even outs the paint on the sponge. So now I can just go back here. You see my terribly uneven paint job, and just kind of go like this across the whole tank, and on areas where there's a wall right here, that's what I keep hitting. The areas that I can see through on the tank are usually areas that I paint more, so that's a thicker layer. Let's move over to the other side, I guess. Discus are still really dark because the light's not on. See back here. If I can angle my phone. I cannot, so I guess I go like this. Just gonna reach my arm in there and get. This side is a lot nicer. Probably because this is the side I did second, and my arm can actually move freely. Like you see, look, it's moving freely without getting slammed into the tank, slammed to the wall. So This side's a lot nicer. And the paint job is pretty clean. There's not too many divots and bubbles and stuff. See, I don't know if you can see that on camera. I dropped my phone in the water. So. Let's see. You can kind of see a shadow moving back there. That's the paint roller. It's because I guess I don't have enough layers in. So I guess this isn't my last layer. We're doing another layer. Yeah, so. And one more thing, lesson learned. If you're wearing white pants, and you have diatoms in your tank, and you're cleaning out your fluid filter, yeah, don't let it get on your pants. Because right now it just looks like I crapped myself. It's kind of awkward. Yeah. So, these tubes, when you're cleaning them, just be extra careful so you don't get brown stuff all over your pants. Unless you're wearing brown pants, then I guess it would be fine. And guess I might as well do an update on my other tanks right now. This fluval edge has been kind of rescaped many times. And this is what I'm planning on doing with the final thing. I'm just going to leave it as a rotala forest. And I'm going to keep propagating it until it comes up to the front of the driftwood. So this tank has a whole bunch of ram's horn nails. You can see there and there. And that's great because I feed those to my turtle. Okay, let's move over here. This tank is sort of a mess right now. I had a kind of crash after I took out all the rotala from this tank and moved it to that edge over there. And then I just had this massive hair algae problem. You can see there's still some shrimp in here. But the valves have also taken over the tank. The cryptocorin is taking over the tank. And this dwarf sage is just everywhere as well. Here's the ram's horn now here as well. More cherry shrimp. Yeah, this tank is just a complete mess right now. But yeah, I'm gonna fix that soon. Moving on to the 65, which is on this side. Nothing's really happening. It's just the valves growing everywhere. That's about it. And as I said, the lighting's not too great, so these hygrophilia aren't doing very well. Another tank with a bunch of ram's horns. I don't know if I'm on this side. I don't know if you can't see it because it's right there. There's one. There's another one right there. Here's one. Yeah, there's everywhere. Here's another one. Yeah, not much happening really in these other tanks because they're pretty old. There's still a rummy nose in here that I couldn't get out. I'm trying to get out soon. Yeah, so last tank is the turtle tank. Lights are off right now because I don't want to do the algae, but she's doing okay. There's still shrimp in here, which is very surprising. But you can't really see them right now. And yeah, nothing interesting in this tank either. Really, apart from there's a turtle that eats snails, and that's pretty interesting to watch. Yeah. Guess we'll go back to doing another layer in a minute. And just stare at the turtle for a bit. Let's follow her around. See, she's a 3-stripe mud turtle, but it looks like she's developing more than 3 stripes on her shell. See in the back? It's kind of like this weird arrow-shaped thing. It's on both sides too. It's kind of weird. It's pretty interesting. Back to, I guess I'll talk about what I did to this flue bowl since you didn't see it. This piece of wood was in the 65, but it didn't fit anywhere. It just kind of was there, and it didn't look really good. So it's here, and all this rotala. This is the only tank with rotala in it anymore, because it completely took over the betta tank over there. And it just couldn't even grow in the 65 because the lights weren't bright enough. So here it's taking off. I actually have 2 LED lights right here. Marine Land. And it's actually quite convenient how that set broke down. Because that means there won't be as much light in the front, which doesn't even matter because I'm not growing anything in the front. And of course, there's duct tape everywhere. I have to remove this stuff every week because there's always so much. And it's right under the light too, so look how long these roots are. These are like a solid 2-3 centimeters. Yeah. I used to have a very bad algae problem with this tank. But see the algae scrubber in the back? I've just been using that constantly just to keep the algae off the glass. And this tank has been looking better than it ever has before. I tried Monte Carlo, if you're wondering what this carpeting plant is. And guess all I have to say is I tried Monte Carlo. Didn't work very well for me. Probably because this tank is a mess. Yeah, I tried Monte Carlo. I bought one of those 1-2 grow cups. And it was more like 1-2 die than 1-2 grow. It didn't even grow. It just got covered in... yeah, I don't even know. It's supposed to be a very easy carpeting plant. But I guess right now it is starting to make a comeback. Like there's a little leaflet thing poking up. There's more in the back, which I didn't plant there. Yeah, but in general, not much success with that. Here's some snail eggs. Oh boy. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go back to doing another layer. And I'll notice how you can no longer see a shadow moving along the back of the tank. Great news. That's the last layer. I'm gonna... I guess I should wash my hands first actually, because I'm covered in paint. Ish, not really. Yeah, and then I'm gonna suck out the rest of those diatoms and give this tank a really good, thorough scrubbing with the algae scraper. Clean off this filter media, clean that basin, mop the floor, you know. Yeah, so I think I'm ready to reset this back up, almost-ish, kind of, except with the filter on the side instead of the back. So I'm gonna go do that now. Apart from the algae, I think this looks pretty good. So I better get rid of that. Look at my algae scrubber. Here we go. Maybe I can film it because it's pretty satisfying to watch something so nasty and black and brown actually and dirty come off of something nice, pure and white. Oh yes. So all you people out there who like watching satisfying videos, check this out. Oh yes. Okay. This feels really good for me too, cause I usually can't see any of this because of the glass. It's just glass. Like I can't see all this brown stuff when the wall behind is pretty dark as well. Okay. Of course, the yellow discus is in my frame. Okay, I'll just let this sink to the bottom and I'll siphon it up in a sec. See, I have these like weird reddish colonies. I think it's cyanobacteria, but apparently I read it on a forum. Apparently it's actually called something coral, red coralline or something, coralite algae. This is very satisfying to do right now. Of course, when I wash my hands, by the way, I just mentioned, did not use any like soap or chemical-y things, because that would be bad. Let's just shove the suction cup around and get rid of the algae. So, see all this crap floating in the water? I'll get that crap off in a sec. There's some in here. Might as well paint my whole tank white, why don't I? Yeah, so there's quite a bit more to do. Look how clean that looks. Minus this. That looks, I'm gonna say that looks very, very clean compared to a glass background with all the wires you see in the back. Okay, so you won't really be able to see this part, so in the back there. Well, I guess if I angle it like this, you might be able to. I can barely see it myself. Okay, so overall, I'm actually very satisfied with this. I think that the look of the white makes it look a lot cleaner when it's actually clean, and a lot more professional in general. My arm is sore, man. This algae is tough. Okay, so there's a little clump left there. Look at that. Yeah, so now I gotta siphon out all this stuff. But first, let me wash this filter media. I'm gonna do that real quick, 'cause I can't really do that with one hand. That just lovely. I clean my filter like once every 2 weeks. So this is like a 2 week of, how do I word this? This is 2 weeks of poo from my fish. Oh yeah. Oopsies. Just fill that with water. Yeah, so my filter is all set up again. Guess I'll just put everything on, because it can't go in here yet, because it won't be able to suction under the back, because the paint is still wet. So I guess I'll turn around. Also, I've noticed my discus are starting to brighten up a little. They were really dark because there was no light before, and they're starting to brighten up a little, I guess. I don't know, I can't really tell. I think they're brightening up a little. But yeah, see how that algae is just, most of it's still floating, but some of it's down there now. And just on the bottom of the tank. I can go grab that. I'm gonna grab that real quick. So I finished painting the tank. As you can see, the discus are already brightening up a lot. This blue one is getting a little pale. And yeah, just in general, their colors are gonna be a lot brighter soon. Hopefully this peppering on this golden checkerboard pigeon will go away, but I think it looks a lot cleaner and more complete with the white. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.